She made a joke about my salary in front of her rich friends. I asked her to stop. She snapped. "It's just a joke. Lighten up or go home." I nodded. I didn't make a scene. But when she came home to find the locks changed and her stuff outside, she finally learned who pays the mortgage. The thing about dating someone obsessed with appearances is that eventually you become part of the appearance, a prop in their performance. I just didn't realize it until I was standing in my own living room being mocked for my salary. Let me set the scene properly. I'm 34, civil engineer. I make $96,000 a year working for the city's public works department. Not Silicon Valley money, but solid upper middle class income. I own a house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nice neighborhood. Bought it 4 years ago when the market dipped. Mortgage is $2,100 a month. My name on the deed, my credit on the loan. My girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, but we're getting there, is Lauren. 31. Works in pharmaceutical sales. Makes around $67,000 base plus commission. That varies wildly. Some months she pulls $8,000, other months $4,000. Averages out to maybe $75,000 a year total. We'd been together 18 months. She had her own apartment across town. Small 1-bedroom. $1,200 a month. She stayed at my place most weekends. Kept some clothes there, a toothbrush, the basics. But she maintained her own place, paid her own rent. We split dates and dinners. I wasn't supporting her. That's important for later. Lauren had this friend group. Call them the wannabe elite. 5 women she met through some young professionals networking thing. They all presented as wildly successful designer everything. Luxury cars, fancy brunches at expensive restaurants where they'd post 1,000 photos. Here's what I noticed that Lauren didn't. They were all faking it. Melissa drove a BMW 5 Series leased. I saw the paperwork once when she left it on Lauren's counter. $850 a month for a car she didn't own. Tiffany carried a Louis Vuitton bag everywhere. Talked about her investment pieces. That bag was a replica. I know because my sister collects authentic Louis Vuitton and pointed out the flaws when I showed her a photo. Wrong stitching, incorrect stamp, cheap hardware. Natasha wore Louboutins to every event. The red soles were painted on. Actual Louboutins have a specific finish. Hers were scuffed in ways authentic ones wouldn't be. Jennifer always talked about her downtown loft. I drove past it once. It was a studio apartment in a mediocre building. The loft was marketing language for high ceilings. And Courtney, the ringleader, claimed to be in private equity. I looked her up on LinkedIn. She was an administrative assistant at an investment firm. $45,000 a year. But they all fed off each other's illusions. Designer knockoffs, leased cars, rented jewelry, financed furniture, living for Instagram, drowning in debt, pretending to be something they absolutely were not.